Good evening, Team Fortress TV. My name is Cornpop16, and today we're watching an ESEA invite match. This is going to be Bird Noises taking on EVL Gaming. Joining me today is going to be Marxist and Sam on production. How's it going, Marxist?
Oh, not too bad. We got a couple rehearsals there, and I think the third time was, in fact, the charm. So hopefully we're here and ready to go. I also see Psy Guy is in the server, so I am strapped in and ready to go.
Yeah, he was having some internet issues, but hopefully that has been fixed and he won't drop like partway through the game. That would be really, really nice. But these two teams, Marxist, why don't you tell me a little bit about them? Because I don't know, there's been a little bit of controversy in the past couple of days with the EVL, correct?
Yeah, EVL has lost both of their medics, quote both, in that Zilly, who may or may not have ever played for EVL this season, has been banned for sharing accounts with Nursey, who was unable to join the roster properly due to the number of teams that Nursey has been on already this season. So both of their med choices were banned. 1 month ban, not lifetime, so they'll probably be back at least later in the season, maybe. So we've got Dingo in here from Malicious Activity making, I think, an invite medic debut. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. Dingo's been around, played a lot of classes over the various seasons. Certainly the best team Dingo's been on, likely, to date. Bird Noise is pretty much still, the same team, and they've also got their Psy Guy tonight, so we won't have a repeat of last night's Marxist and Truck Story session.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I think here on process, I think Bird Noises have a chance. Obviously, EVL coming into this are looking like the stronger team. Probably, I think it'd be hard to argue that EVL isn't the second best team in North America right now. Furtech are solidly above them, and everybody else is kind of solidly below. But I think Bird Noises have a chance. Maybe not like to. It's going to be tough for them to win it, but I think they can definitely take some rounds here on process.
Well, this is a good opportunity for Bird Noises, too, because Bird Noises has lost some games that they would really like to have back. However, because of the banning that occurred with Nursey, any match in which Nursey played was automatically forfeited by EVL, so they're actually much lower in the standings than they would normally be.
Yep, and
So, if Bird Noises can snatch up a win, it'll put EVL even lower.
would be pretty amazing. I think EVL there, I think sitting third in the standings right now. Is Bird Noises, I think, was Circa in second? I could be wrong, but I think they're sitting at a 6-4 record, which is a little concerning, but with those two forfeit losses in the past week, kind of makes sense. We are just waiting for all of these players to ready up, and we should be good. We have 6 and 6 in the servers. You want to go down the rosters real quick, Marxist?
Oh, sure. We've got your traditional EVL roster minus Nursey. So we've got Dingo on Medic, Badonsky on Demo, Garbuglio, aka Purple Shirt on Roamer, Rando on Pocket, Slemnish from Circa, and Yomps here as well.
And over on Bird Noises, you're going to see Cookie Jake on Medic, Psy Guy will be playing Demo, Bot Mode, and Rolling will be playing Soldier, Corsa on Scout, and Eric also on Scout. I believe Rolling is aliased as Wanko in this match, so that should just be interesting to keep an eye out for.
Well, I've just been calling him Wanko the whole season, so Rolling is no longer his alias. It is Wanko until he changes his name again.
I think that's fair. He's kept this alias pretty consistent, I think, for the past couple of months, so it's not like he changes it every single game. I don't think it's too bad to just call him Wanko. But yeah, if we do say Rolling, that's who we're talking about. And yeah, I don't know. What do you say about this map process, Marxist?
Well, it's very open, and it has a lot of opportunity for fast-moving soldiers to do cool things. So hopefully we'll see some of those cool things. We can also see some sniper play that can come in, and the last can cause teams some problems. And I would like to add, Bird Noise's struggle this season has been that when they start to make mistakes, they usually overcorrect and wipe out as a result. And this is a map, because of its size, that where wiping out after a series of mistakes is not very good to do. Especially failed last pushes can result in really long, drawn out rounds. And Bird Noise has struggled with that, so hopefully they've got it cleaned up and they're ready to come in for process.
We are going live here. This is ESEA Invite Bird Noises versus EVL Gaming. First half is going to be going down right now. Two of the better teams in the division this season. We're going to see how they match up as they're just going to be rolling out to this first mid-fight of the game. You're going to see Saigai and Badonsky getting here before the rest of their team. Saigai a little bit faster than Badonsky. Going to be able to get his pack and get some early damage down, but nothing too big just yet. We're going to see just all the players getting to mid now. They're going to be trying to exchange some spam, waiting for somebody to get aggressive here. We're going to see if anybody wants to jump forward. As you said, Marxist, soldiers could be jumping aggressive here. We see Rando actually very low, but here comes Garbuglio with the big bomb and actually got some good damage down. Saigai, Bot Mode, and Eric all going to go down, and Corsa falling as well. This is going so poorly for Bird Noises. They're not getting anything. It's a full wipe.
Yeah, that is an ace. And Bird Noise's problem there was for the majority of the mid, Saigai and Cookie Jake were on the wrong side of the mid. The whole rest of the team was on the far right, taking damage, not being healed. And then the combo of Saigai and Cookie Jake got bombed, and it was curtains.
Corsa's going to be coming up on Sniper to try to defend this last point, but it's going to be very difficult. They actually pick up Eric with the stickies of Badonsky, so that's going to help them a little bit as they try to push into last year. EVL, they're going to be coming in full Uber charge. They're just going to pop it off. They lose actually Garbuglio and Slemnish very quickly, so this could actually be a failed push, but still they're standing on this point. And now Corsa's going to be jumping around looking for something way up in the air. Yomps is getting very low. Not a lot of blue players are together. Badonsky's going to end up going down. Rando as well. There's only 3 alive, and I believe one of those is off the respawn. EVL just have to get out. That was a really bad last push from them.
Yeah, you can't lose 2 people right to start your last push like that. Cookie tried to play Farmer Brown and got burnt pretty badly by it, but Saigai versus Slemnish here at Choke. Saigai nearly falling victim to the scout rush. But we'll probably see things settle down here. Cookie Jake does have a bit of Uber advantage. May or may not be aware of that. But it looks like they're maybe moving over here into the sewer area. Yeah, here they go with Saigai coming out.
We'll see if they pop this off. They is going to get bombed by Garbuglio, and Cookie Jake is going to have to pop that one off. Garbuglio is still in, going to finally get pistoled down by Eric. That's the only frag from this Uber. They did look like they're going to get mid off this, but we see EVL are going to be re-aggressing. They popped off their Uber charge, and now they're chasing all of Bird Noises back out. They really haven't gotten any frags for this. I mean, they got the midpoint back. They're still chasing Eric over in IT. He's going to reconnect back with his medic, and this is actually still turned into a bit of a fight. Rocket coming out of bot mode, picking up that nice frag onto Slemnish, and I think this is probably just going to be a little bit more of a reset.
Yeah, it was a bit of a... Slemnish went in there pretty hard for a kill, ended up getting cut off. Now we're seeing the re-push, and Garbuglio is going to get wiped out over on the left side. But Yomps, Badonsky, and Yomps again are going to clean up some more frag. Finally, the Cookie Jake's going to actually take out the pocket and Rando. It's a 3v3 here.
This is not looking too good, though, for Bird Noises. It's only the Demo and the Medic, and Saigai's going to have to jump out here as the scouts of EVL are chasing them down. Demo Man not really a position where he wants to be and being chased down by scouts. Looks like they're probably going to be fine as their team is just respawning here on second, so they will be able to hold it, but definitely not going to be able to take mid off this, especially with Bird Noises. Well, I guess they have a little bit of an advantage. I don't know if they're going to push off it, though.
Yeah, chances are they assume it's mostly equal. That pup didn't come too much earlier. And they spent a lot of time with just Saigai and Cookie Jake alive, so they couldn't really build. So we may see the suicide play here, it looks like, or the quick Uber even. Rando is moving up into the side IT room, but nothing doing. They back out there. Didn't see anything too great. But we should see some action again shortly.
Yeah, interesting. A couple different plays that could happen here. I see Rando's actually a little bit aggressive in the 1v1 with Wanko now. They could end up trading, but it doesn't really look like it. Maybe Rando's a little bit caught out. He's going to get pistoled down by Eric, so that is one up on the side of Bird Noises. We'll see what they want to do with that. They could just push in, but they might choose to send in their own sack We'll see how they go. Bot mode's going to be jumping forward, and they have gotten a lot of space. Cookie Jake is in, and they're going to pop that Uber charge off. Counter pop coming out of EVL as well from Dingo. They're kind of just chasing them back out of middle. We see another player, Wanko, still in IT, but really not looking to get aggressive. Not much other than an exchange in that one, Marxist.
Yeah, Bird Noises sent a little too many players in there on that push. Now we might have a frag down in IT. Yeah, there it goes. Slumnish is going to clean up Wanko. That should bring out a push soon enough, because that respawn timer on Wanko is really long.
And we see EVL has rotated their combo over into sewers, so this could be the push that you were talking about. They're going to be coming forward now. They don't have Uber yet, neither do Bird Noises, but bot mode's going to end up falling to Rando. This is pretty good. A lot of players on Bird Noises are hurt. They're definitely going to have to get out to last. Garbuglio is jumping forward into rollout, probably going to be able to spam them all out there. They're probably just going to have to hold last.
Yep, they are going to be sitting back on last for now. Corsa has been at 11 health for the longest time there. It's finally corrected. They're going to go Sniper as well. Slemnish, who was already dead, is going to just come right back up to Sniper. So no suicide shenanigans here. Just go straight to the Slemnish Sniper. I really like that because it'll keep this clipping along here. We won't have any pointless suicide into class switch shenanigans. But it's basically all on Slemnish here to try and get some kind of a frag that's good.
He's taking a couple shots, throws that Girardi out, hits the demo man actually, Guy, so he's going to have to back off that spam, and Rando going to get headshot by a beautiful snipe by Corsa. Also gets Garbuglio. Corsa hitting some really nice shorts there on the defense. They're going to be able to push out off of those two really big picks now. This could be great as long as they don't mess this up. Backups are a possibility, but it really doesn't look like it. EVL, they just want to get it all, but Donksy going down to Eric as well. There's no hope for them.
Yeah, you lose two players, it's time to go. Dingo didn't even have to pop Uber in that. No Badonsky at middle either, means it's pushing time. And they are trying to spam as much as they can, or Rando and Garbuglio. They're the only thing to guard here. But Rando's already down. Slemnish is going to get wiped out by Corsa in the dome. Garbuglio trying to get this force here. Not going to happen. Ends up cratering. So a huge, huge push there for Bird Noises.
Man, and Corsa's just been sticking on that sniper class, gotten 3 really clean picks. He's been doing great so far. We'll see if he can manage to keep that up, because now they're going to be pushing second with a sniper. It is pretty much even, but they're going to be walking into second anyways. They're sending bot mode in, and he actually gets the force off, so that's really good, but the medic from Cookie Jake is in as well. Bot mode going to go down again. Rando gets sniped down by Corsa. Corsa's on a 4K now on that sniper class. Really good. They're going to be able to take second off this thanks to some really good aggression, but EVL's not done. They're still kind of rotating around. They might continue to push this. Here comes a soldier bombing in, and Podolsky gets sniped. That's a pause.
Yeah, we do have the bomb coming. I don't think... Because this isn't actually when the game paused, right? They're actually paused 2 minutes in the future. But judging by Garbuglio's trajectory, I don't know that he's gonna really get on to our medic friend Cookie Jake here. But maybe it could happen, because there isn't a whole lot blocking him at this time. So that's really the only possible savior here for EVL, is if they can manage to kill Cookie Jake straight away here. Because right now they don't have a demo and they don't have a pocket. And Bird Noises could run in and try to do stuff, or have Corsa take the shot of his life. Garbuglio is going to get wiped out by Guy, yeah, so nothing doing there. We'll see if they try to get Corsa up into position to take a frag video shot.
Looks like they're going through. He's peeking into last, now looking for something. I think he hit the body shot onto Rando. Rando's going to get piped down by Guy either way. Yomps goes down to a body shot from Corsa. Wanko going to end up falling, so that's something for the defending team. But they're still fighting here on last. Botwood and Eric both going to go down. Badonsky getting sniped down by Corsa. The Garbuglio Heavy's coming out. He gets sniped down as well. Slemnish gets piped. This is really looking good for the attacking team. Bird Noise is another snipe out of Corsa. 9 kill streaks there as they cap up that point.
Yeah, some pretty intense sniping there from Corsa. So that may be probably one of the best sniper performances we've seen in a long time. But here we go, heading to another mid. Can Bird Noises get this one?
Corsa's actually walking to this mid on Sniper, so that's going to be interesting. If he can continue hitting these shots, I think that's definitely the right call, but we'll see. If he doesn't hit anything, that's not going to be too great for them. We're going to see Yomps be the first casualty of this mid fight, runs into a rocket, but Saigai and Corsa, Eric all going to go down. This isn't looking good for Bird Noises at all. They've already lost 3, and it's only Cookie Jake, and he's probably not going to get out here being chased down by Garbuglio as long as he can get onto him, but he's kind of lost him now. Cookie Jake, beautiful surf actually, but I don't think it's going to save him. Ends up just suiciding as he's on a 15-second respawn.
Yeah, ended up giving himself a really crappy respawn. Probably should have killed himself as soon as he saw that 2 people were there, because we're gonna not have any overheals when this Uber comes in, unless EVL likes to take it real slow. And it looks like they are gonna let some overheals go instead of just pushing straight away. So a little tragic there. They give Corsa the chance to ruin their video games, so we'll see what they did. It looks like this is when the pause happened, actually, so maybe that was the cause of the delay.
Yeah, nice to see nobody drop at least, but they're popping that Uber charge in. A lot of people are down, but Dancy goes down to another snipe from Corsa. I feel like I'm going to be repeating that quite a lot this game, but he's back on Scout now, so not for a while. Slemnish going to fall. Saigai as well on the other side. Garbuglio is on Cookie Jake, but he can't hit those rockets, just ends up dying. And now there's not many players alive. It's a 3-on-3, and most of EVL are kind of clobbered together. Looks like Yomps and Corsa both going to fall, so I think it's a 2-on-2 currently on this last push. Rando and Dingo versus Cookie Jake and Eric. As they can do something, this would be really good, but respawns are going to be coming in from both sides fairly shortly here. Eric's probably just going to be able to force them out. I don't think this is going to be a successful mid last cap from EVL.
Oh, Rando gets wiped out, and actually Dingo is really, really hurt down here. And I think that's going to be too scary for them, and they're going to pull out completely. Saigai is running forward full bore here. Well, now he has a scout accompaniment. Garbuglio is going to go down. The Uber is in there exchanged.
That was a pretty early pop from Bird Noises. They're going to have to get out with this. They've lost Wanko and bot mode. They pick up Slemnish in return with Eric's pistol, but I don't really know if they're going to be able to get much off of that. I think a lot of players down on both sides. Currently a 4-on-4. I don't know if we're going to see any more aggression out of this. Probably just going to see Bird Noises sit on second with EVL sitting on mid.
Yep, that looks like that is the plan. We also have dropped the Corsa Sniper, so on the Scout class. So we'll see if anybody tries to make some moves before Ubers become a factor. I'm a personal fan of that, but it looks like that's not going to happen. We got some Boston Basher building going on one side and some Equalizer building going on Bird Noises, so no motion in our immediate future.
Yeah, but the Ubercharges are going to be getting up to 100% pretty shortly here. Dingo is going to get his and 90% on Cookie Jake. So now we're going to see the teams try to get aggressive, maybe send some sacks in. We'll see what the play is. It's going to be sending Garbuglio way in, taken down. He didn't really have much health there. We'll see if they can maybe send in some sort of a counter sack on the side of Bird Noises. We'll see what they want to do with this. Bot mode's kind of pushing forward, but he's got a medic behind him. I don't really know. People are poking forward. Don't really look like they want to take any sort of fight. Rando might be in a bit of trouble. Is going to go down to Eric and a 2v1 on the flank, so this could produce an opportunity. They are currently 2 down, but Garbuglio is just going to be spawning to equalize that, make it only 5v6, and we still see Bird Noises pushing into middle. This could be good. They pick up a Dancy from a nice pipe by Saigai. This is going to be definitely them taking the mid fight. Yomps going down as well. EVL just can't seem to hold on to a point.
Yeah, and they don't want to put the brakes on right now, so they're running forward actually with a scout. This will be a solo Uber for a second. Bot mode's coming in. If bot mode dies, it'll be tragic. There he goes. So now we're kind of hanging out here. We'll see if Rando tries to go through. Not going to take the opportunity. Going to back up for now. And we'll basically just end up with a little bit of a reset here. But scary times there for a second when bot mode died. My heart got a little elevated in its beats.
Yeah, I almost thought that was a little too aggressive by Bird Noises, but I don't think they're going to lose mid for it. I don't know, though. Yomps is actually in. Got a lot of damage down to Cookie Jake, but Vidonsky goes down. Yomps as well. This isn't too great. Rando's poking in. This could be actually a pushing opportunity for Bird Noises if they continue off of this. They pick up Rando over in sewers, so this is definitely going to be them pushing out onto second. Still, slight ad for Cookie Jake. I don't think Dingo's been building very well. Garbuglio goes down as well. Man, this could actually just be them rolling straight into last.
They want to try and get in here and kill Dingo before the Uber happens, because they know he doesn't have it yet. And we'll see. You know, he's going to pop it off just in time. This is actually, if Badonsky doesn't die, okay, yeah, so this is a busted push for the bird noises. They're probably not going to be able to do too much. Eric's trying to do something, but no goes so far, so we'll see the reset. Good play call there, just, they were like milliseconds away from it working.
Seems like these rushed pushes really haven't been working out for them a couple of times. I mean, they're not losing points off of it, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, if that push had been super disastrous and EVL just pushed back out on a second, that would be very, very bad. But it looks like, as you said, we're just going to do another reset. We're going to wait for these medics to get their Uber charge. Again, slight ad for Cookie Jake. I don't think he's aware of it or it's anything they're going to push off of it, though. Maybe 10%. He's just getting his now. But, I don't know. We could see another sack in or something here.
Yeah, the way this has been going, I'd sack Corsa in. Yeah, there it is right there. Rando is going to clean that up, so we'll probably 100% see the Corsa sniper, unless he decides to pull a fast one. It looks like actually EVL is moving out. They're popping Uber. Don't necessarily agree with this. And Wanko's going to be a victim actually in this, so the push out may be viable. Rando is way far behind in sewer. He's got a lot of players trying to deal with him.
Ooh, Garbuglio just went down to a beautiful pipe by Saigai. Almost got the medic, but Cookie Jake's going to be living at least for now on 40 HP, and they're still fighting over the second point. Yomp's going to end up falling as well as Eric on the other side. Corsa still very low, is going to get shot down by Slemnish, and now we see only 2 players alive on the side of EVL. Only 2 soldiers and a medic, though, for bird noises. Some respawns are coming in. I don't think they're going to be able to push straight into this, as the respawns have kind of made that not a factor, but still, a lot of scrappy fighting going down. Garbuglio is going to be the one jumping in onto second. I think he might just look for that medic. He's jumping around. Really could be taking a bit too much damage here. Is going to be able to find his medic, though, and get out. Wanko did end up falling, so it's currently a 5-on-5 with 10 seconds on each player's respawn. I don't know. Bird noises kind of look like they want to still push him with this. They're going to just be getting Uber charged fairly quickly, and if they can pop it off, it's only 87% from Dingo. They have 100. I think they kind of want to take this in. They are going to pop it off. If they can kill the medic, this would be very, very big, but they drop Eric. That's not going to be good for them at all, and Dingo's going to pop his Uber charge off. I don't think this is going to be very successful as bot mode gets shot out of the air by Slemnish, and this is probably going to be Bird Noise just backing off, maybe even to mid.
Yeah, they tried to push him because Badonsky was down, and they ended up focusing out Badonsky as he peeked through that spawn door. They got him down to 5 health, but couldn't secure the frag, and then they ended up dropping a player, and you ultimately end up losing second off of that. It looks like EVL is coming in here. They go through both the doors at the same time and get in deep. Rando is going to be the first victim. Huge bomb from Wanko coming in here. Gonna get Dingo and trade himself out there, so that is going to hurt EVL quite significantly. No heals, and they're going to kill Slemnish as well. Badonsky can't even spam this, he's so low, and they'll just retake second immediately.
Wow, I mean, Bird Noise has been playing a really good game here so far. I said before the game started this would be a hard game for them to win, but if they keep playing like this is very possible. Rando's actually in, gets the Uber charge forced off fairly early out of Cookie Jake. They're going to try to push forward with it anyways, it looks like, but already it's faded. I don't know if this is really the correct call. Garbuglio's so low, is going to be able to make it into spawn, though. It's currently a 5-on-6. Pretty much even Ubers, though, so this couldn't be too bad. Garbuglio's going to come up. Badonsky and Yomps both falling. This is not looking good for the defense. They're just standing on the point. That's going to be a full wipe and a point capped.
Yeah, Bird Noises did a really good job of corralling EVL into that back left corner and then just slowly pushing up and taking ground. They weren't able to have anybody rotate on them to stop their slow roll to the point, and ended up just losing that one. EVL got a little too aggressive in that round.
Saigai once again a little bit faster than Badonsky. Seen him get here a little bit faster, I think, most of the time, but still no super early aggression from each side. Bot mode, Wanko going to be actually the first one jumping in. He's gotten a lot of damage onto Badonsky. Looks like bot mode's going to be the one following that up. Badonsky falling to Saigai, the stickies there. We see a lot of blue players are kind of clumped together. Cookie Jake does go down to a beautiful shot by Slemnish, though, and that's not very good for them. Only 3 players alive on EVL, but only 2 for Bird Noises. We'll see if they can do anything with this. It looks like they still want to be in with this. They need to kill Dingo if they want these Uber charges to be even. Wanko's just taking so many scout shots, though. If Eric can get this frag, that would be so huge, but it's going to be really tough up against Yomps and Slemnish. He still wants it. He's poking around on top of those crates if he can jump down, but no. Just being peppered down by the scouts. I think he's going to try to get out now, cleaned up by Yomps.
Yeah, and because it took Eric so long to die there, he got the maximum spawn timer. So that's really going to hurt the bird noises out here on second, because they're going to be one player down basically this whole time. The giant laser beam comes, lights up Yomps, and then he gets piped for his troubles. But we've got the Corsa sniper to contend with as well. EVL decides they don't want to deal with that at all, and they're going to switch and go through IT, the more sniper-resistant door.
I think that was the right call as they pick off Wanko. They do have big Uber ad, and the sniper's going to get bombed in. That's going to be really good. Corsa's actually still standing back. It's a nice shot on the Dingo, though. That's the medic going down. It's a huge play by Corsa, who's been showing up on sniper all game long. Rando also going to fall. It's currently a 3-on-3. It's not really looking like it's... Oh, my God. Oh, with the Girardi. Then Corsa hits him with the melee onto Garbuglio. It's only 2 scouts from EVL, and Corsa's still out here trying to fight them. But, oh, there goes Cookie Jake, taken down by Slemish. That's really bad for them, but still a beautiful fight, I'd say, on the side of Bird Noises.
Yeah, Corsa went huge there. Also had a frag video quality kill on the Girardi player there. Rando going in, trying to do stuff, not anything happening. Actually, Dingo under a lot of threat right there. Got caught in choke. The scout peeks out, but no going there. We had a few players quite low on bird noises, but nothing happened to them. They did not die. They'll be capping this middle point. I wish they'd do it a little faster, considering Badonsky might get forwards here. He did, so second is going to be not possible to push, really. Had they denied his forward spawn, they could have just kept going.
I think their plan is kind of just to let Corsa be Corsa in this match, wait for him to hit a shot. They seem to be playing that way. At least Corsa's sitting very passively. It's going to be really hard to bomb, but we see all the combo from EVL pushing in through IT, and now they're going to be on Corsa immediately. If Corsa dies here, that would be very big. Does go down to the pistol of Yomps, so Cookie Jake going down as well. Yomps doing great job here so far in this Uber charge. Now, oh, they are going to lose their medic, though. Dingo goes down to a beautiful shot by Eric, and now it's only 2 players alive on the side of Bird Noise. It's only Psy Guy. I don't even know where he is. He's all the way back on second.
Yeah, that was a really good conventional call from EVL. It's a shame Dingo died, but that's exactly what you should do when the team that holds mid is running a sniper and you are not. Is you try to push through their flank, because Corsa's normally a flank scout player, and he's not there. So the flank is wide open, or at least one player shorter than it normally is. So you just rush in there and try to find the guys that are trying to hold doors with fewer people than they're used to, kill them, get the medic, done deal.
And now we're going to probably see a little bit of a reset. Both medics are just going to be building up to that full Uber charge. They're pretty much even, so nobody going to be pushing off of that, but maybe we could see another sack in. I don't know. That Corsa sniper definitely was working well, but as you said, EVL did a really good job to counter it in that last push, so we'll see if they want to do that one again. They definitely could. Bird Noises are again up 2-0, so they are currently sitting in the top spot against EVL, who were perceived to be better, I guess, at the beginning of this match, but Bird Noise is definitely showing that they can contest.
Yeah, I would really like to see Garbuglio do the Zebrian jump here, but it doesn't look like they're doing that right now. They're having Rando try and fiddle with the flank, and Garbuglio is going to be the one that dies. The choke push is actually occurring at this time. Bombo tries to get up on there, but both Bird Noise soldiers die, and that's going to bring the EVL push through choke. So it's the old reverse pick, is what we saw.
Slumnish going down to Psy Guy, and we're probably going to see most of Bird Noise backing off to last. 13 seconds on Corsa's respawn, about 3 on Wanko and bot mode, so they're going to get their soldiers up to defend this last. Slumnish isn't up for 7. I don't know if EVL is really going to push into this. They certainly could if they wanted to, but it's a 5-on-5 full Uber charge. I don't think they will. Probably just going to sit for this nice reset. Slumnish coming up on Sniper to take on Corsa.
Yeah, last time that didn't turn out so good. So we'll see if Slumnish can get some revenge, a little bit of redemption here to try and get a kill here. And he is really far away. Gonna find Wanko in that shutter door, playing rather unconventional sniper here, just clear in the back on second.
He's looking for that entry pick. Of course, last time we were in this situation, Corsa went on a 9-kill spree and ended up capping the enemy's last. Went coast to coast, so this isn't really looking promising for EVL, but still they're pushing last, so how bad can it really be? Slemnish is getting pretty aggressive now as he's kind of pushing forward. He sees Corsa. Both snipers miss their shots. Out with the Girardi, actually hits it pretty nicely, and Slemnish is going to go down to Corsa as was expected. He gets a brilliant snipe, and he sees another player. Rando just misses that headshot.
Yeah, it looks like they actually kind of want to push out here, do bird noises. Don't know how I feel about that, but maybe a sack play is where I would go with it. But now they're going to call it off for now, it looks like. Wanko gets a little too low to do a whole lot. And we're actually, right now, Wanko is coming up Spy. No, he went back to Soldier. Maybe they just did a quick check to see what the off classes might be out of EVL.
Yeah, I think that was what it was, and EVL currently running no off classes. They decided to bring their Scout back up on Scout. So it's interesting. We'll see what their situation is now. Eric's going to change to Engineer, decides he wants to set up a gun. I think that's probably a good call. I mean, you've got the time. Gun can certainly be useful. See, maybe Yomps wants to go in. It's going to be Garbuglio jumping in. See if he can get anything. Yomps in as well. Oh my god, huge air shot. Cookie Jake going to finally just be able to pop that one off. Yomps and Garbuglio both going to end up falling. Wanko the only frag on the other side. That was a brilliant force out of Cookie Jake. Now Dingo's going to have huge Uber ads. They want to push no last.
Yep, well executed. Managed to get that done pretty quickly here. Maybe there'll be a response, but this is the downside of having a sniper and an engineer, is you're not able to move those classes back to spawn and get them to something that can run a suicide very effectively. So basically, it's all on Corsa's shoulders here to try and get some crazy snipe here and ruin this push. It's not happening yet. The sentry gun is delaying quite a bit, though.
Yeah, Podolsky got thrown up into the air at the very beginning of that Uber charge, but he seems to be fine now. Botmo and Wanko both going to end up falling. Cookie Jake as well gets taken out by Yomps, and the heavy from Eric is out trying to do his best, but Saigai's here as well. It's only Saigai and Corsa. Saigai with 3 health. Corsa's got to do it by himself, and he gets one good frag on a Garbuglio, but it's a 1v2. He's got to kill a Demo Man and a medic, and he's so low. If Podolsky can hit anything, this would be big. Runs onto a sticky, though. Corsa ends up dying 2-1. Still in favor of bird noises.
Yeah, Dingo tried to help as much as he could, but it didn't look like he hit anything with the old Uber sauce. So there we go. First round for EVL. Bird Noise is still having a really hard time on last, but on mid rather, but they're still winning.
And there is 4.5 minutes left in this half, so if there is going to be another round scored, it's got to be fast. Wanko's going to be jumping in, getting aggressive for his team. He finds Garbuglio, but can he get that frag? Yes, Rando and Yomps also going to go down. Wanko the only casualty on the other side, but still jumping around. Slemnish finds one, but ends up dying for it. It's only Bodonsky and Dingo alive. They're going to be backing up. Oh, what a nice pipe from Bodonsky. Takes down Saigai mid-air, as now bot mode still going to be chasing. They really want this medic frag. Bodonsky's just farming all these players who are running into his pipes. They're probably going to have to sit back on last still, though.
Yeah, it will have even Ubers. He's actually, Bodonsky's coming out here. He wants some more. And there's a big bomb coming through choke. Garbuglio's going to die for it, though. Corsa will be traded out as well. Actually, Eric's going to go down as well now. So that'll be an EVL repush. It looks like, oh, it's going a little south there. Rando with 13 health. No health pack to take. They're going to be a little weak here. They are finally going to pop the Uber off for bot mode, though, and we should see an exchange, but it is taking forever.
Yeah, this is not a good pop at all. Of course, they needed to do it. Bot mode just going to end up going down. They probably won't even want to exchange, try to fight mid. Dingo probably won't have to pop that off. They're just going to get mid basically for free, as now they're going to look to push in a second.
Yeah, and we'll see which way they choose to go. It looks like IT is the door of choice, which is pretty unusual for this map. IT's not very well liked, but they're going to send Rando in, but he gets air shot back down invincibly, of course. Bot mode's going to die. Yomps already peeking into last, and going to manage to assist for a little bit more. And there are players on the point, and they are getting shot to pieces. Bird Noises wants to hold on to this, but they can't. EVL is going to tie this game up with just under like a minute left, I think.
Yeah, tied it up 2-2. I don't think there's 2.5 minutes actually.
I was close.
Yeah, well, still remaining possible. And I think EVL could potentially come out and take this. They do have quite a bit of momentum. It all depends on how this mid fight goes, though. If it's a complete wipe, it's definitely possible. Saigai going down extraordinarily early to a rocket from Garbuglio, and they're just going to back off. Bird Noises, they don't want to fight this. They don't want to risk it. They know they've kind of started to tilt. They were doing really, really good in the first half of this game, but now this is looking kind of bad. We're going to see soldiers bombing in. Still nothing, though. Both medics are still at about 80%. We see a lot of fighting going on second. Rando's going to end up falling. EVL know they have to push forward if they want to be able to score one more point. Eric and bot mode both going to fall on the side of Bird Noises, so it's currently a 4-4. Dingo goes down, though, to a beautiful chop by Wanko, and this is probably going to be not EVL taking last. There is 3 versus 3, but one of them is Cookie Jake with 100% Uber charge. It's going to be really hard for EVL to push last, but I don't know. They still could attempt it. There's not a lot of time on that clock.
Yeah, I would have had my players run in there and try to get the force, and then you'd get some kind of a push with you know, a couple minutes or a couple seconds left, just to try and snatch it real quick. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that. We're going to trade some players here. EVL's actually going to end up on the worst end of it, and this Uber is going to come to mid from the Bird Noises. Everybody's coming to mid from the Bird Noises.
And this is it. They need to go forward. If they can get this momentum, this could still be around for them, but it's going to be tough. They lose Wanko, pick up Rando, so it's currently a 3-on-4. 5 now as Botmo's just going to be respawning. They're going to be capping up this mid. They don't really have the momentum they need to push into last, even second. So we'll see. It's still big Uber ad, though. They probably are going to take this. I don't know what the time is right away, but it's got to be pretty low at this point. Garbuglio up, and no! Cookie J goes down. Some beautiful coordinated spam. That was a drop. And this is going to be really, really tough for Bird Noises. Unless they can get Dingo or something, this is probably going to be a tie 2-2 at the end of this half.
Yep, they are throwing everything in to try to get Dingo. Not going to happen. And it looks like there's nothing doing except Saigai, who is just sticky jumping away, surfing back to second. So this will be a recap for EVL. Maybe they're just going to go ahead and pop it off. I think that means we are out of time. So Cookie Jake's going to pad his stats real quick, though, with a frag on to Slemnish.
2-2 at the end of the first half. Pretty good for Bird Noises, I'd say. Kind of came in as the underdog, but showing that they are worth more than maybe their expectations presented themselves. Though, interestingly, though, the last time these two teams played, it was on Badlands a couple weeks ago. And it was actually, it basically went exactly as this game's going. Bird Noises came out to a strong 2-0 lead, and then they lost every single round after that. So I'm hoping it won't continue to be going on the same path. I hope that we continue to see a close game, but I don't know. I'm worried for Bird Noises that they're just going to have a repeat of Badlands.
Yeah, that can happen. Bird Noises was having a lot of success in the first 2 rounds, because even though they were wiping out at middle, they were able to kill Badonsky a lot. And just watching the kill feed in those particular 2 rounds, it felt like Badonsky was dying all the time. And it's really, really difficult to play the video game when the best damage class on your team, or at least the best area denial team or player on your team, is gone. Looking at a timer.
Yeah, we could look at these stats, I suppose. Medic frags 3 from Cookie Jake compared to 0 from Dingo. I think that's probably making all the difference for Bird Noises. Nice fat stat count there. But, I mean, other than that, any stats that stick out particularly to you, Marxist? I think like
Looking
311
around,
DPM.
it looks fairly evenly matched. The DPM is not that abnormal. Actually, Badonsky is almost managing to outdamage Rando, which is an uncommon occurrence from time to time on EVL, so given Rando's propensity for heals, which are nearly 3,000 more than the next nearest player.
Oh boy, that is pocket soldier, I suppose, at least the way they want to play it. Deaths from the medics, I don't know, 8 from Cookie Jake, 6 from Dingo. Were there any players that specifically stood out to you, like not even looking at stats in this game?
Well, I mean, the standout factors for statistics were the first 2 rounds, Badonsky died a lot. Also, Corsa killed everything on Sniper, and it really surprises me that they have not gone back to that well. because it seemed like it was really frustrating EVL, and they've got a medic that's not used to playing with them, and that's a if you can do things to rustle the jimmies of Dingo, that would be very helpful because he's not used to the way that they play most likely. So if you can disorient him as much as possible, you get a little bit of an opening.
Yeah, I think with Corsa going sniper, it's really just kind of how he feels. Like, obviously, in those first couple of rounds, he was on fire. Pretty much just won, especially the first round. I'm not sure about the second round, but the first round was essentially just won by Corsa. Like, he did so much damage. I think he had like a 9 kill streak. He had a ton of headshots. So at that point, he was on fire. But if he's really not feeling it anymore, I can kind of understand not wanting to go back to sniper. Because if you're not hitting shots on sniper, I mean, you're essentially irrelevant. You're playing 5v6, so it can kind of be a risk. I don't know how you want to feel about sniper, but if it doesn't feel it, I can kind of see not playing it.
Yeah, I personally don't much care for having a sniper on my own team, but when he has the ability to do what he did, I could maybe justify it. I think they gave it up because they ran him to mid and he didn't do anything, and then they had that second push where EVL saw they had the sniper and just went in and victimized their flank. So maybe that scared them enough to stop running it full time. But the big thing for bird noises, if you're looking for stuff to look for, maybe predictors. Bird noises had a really good mid there in our last round. And so if they can keep doing that, that'd be great. Because bird noises really, really needs to start winning some of these mids. Because they had really nice comebacks, very solid play in the 2 rounds that they won after wiping at mid. But, or at least losing mid, but you can't lose 5 mids throughout the course of the game and expect to pick up 5 rounds off of those. It's just too tough, especially against a team as good as EVL.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the medic though? Because obviously EVL, I think this is their first, yeah, this is their first game playing with Dingo. Dingo formerly on malicious activity. You think he's been playing all right? You think they've been playing well with him, or has there just basically been no difference for them?
Yeah, with a pocket player like Rando, I don't think you could shove anyone who's at least competent at the game, or especially a player who's played Invite for several seasons like Dingo has, and they'll be fine. Because you're basically riding in the Cadillac. You've got Rando in front of you. He probably won't lead you into situations where you're just going to die, as long as you have a small amount of self-control or discipline, I guess would be the right word. So it's probably not too tough on him, but rotational plays and stuff like that are when the team with the new medic will run into trouble, because Dingo will probably be a little bit slower on some of those kinds of plays where teams have a tendency to, like we've seen tonight from EVL, they really like pushing IT anytime they've got an advantage. And if you're not used to doing that, then it can lead to the medic being in a weird spot a lot of the time. So that may be one thing. It would probably be good to try to focus Dingo a little bit more. They were doing a great job of killing Badonsky, and that was working really well. So if it's one or the other, that would be great. Uh, as far as Cookie Jake goes, Cookie Jake's done more or less fairly okay. The only real mistake I've seen out of Cookie Jake was the time they lost the middle, and then he chose to live forever and ever and ever to show off some surfs rather than just kill himself and get it over with.
Yeah, it can kind of be a tough call because if you can get out, like it'd definitely be better to get out as medic. But I think in that position, he really had no chance, all alone, being chased down by 2 or 3 players. May as well just suicide early and get it over with. But obviously, EVL, their past 2 matches last week both got overturned, so they're sitting at a 6-4 record. Based on, I think, the matches they've coming up, I don't think they will have a chance of not getting out of playoffs. I mean, obviously, if they lost every single round or every single game after this, they wouldn't make playoffs. But um, if they lose this game, they might actually be down a spot in playoffs. Would they? I don't know the numbers exactly, but that could be kind of bad. What kind of difference is there between going into playoffs second versus third seed?
None. The second versus third, they're going to play each other first. So you're screwed into that position regardless. The big thing is you do not want to be fourth, because you're gonna end up playing Froyo in the first round.
Yeah, Froyotech, pretty good team I've heard. Pretty alright in North America at least. I think they are readying up though, so the
Yep,
second
we are
half is going to be
starting.
starting. Currently, it was a tied 2-2 still, I believe. I want to say it's tied 2-2. I've forgotten. Yes, tied 2-2 as we go into the second half. Bird Noise has strode up really strong in that first little bit of a game, but they kind of started to fall off. We'll see if EVL can keep up this momentum as they come out to this mid. Sagai, again, getting here a little bit faster than Badonsky. That's been a pretty common theme as we've been going on. Now they're going to be trying to do some damage here. Slemnish going to be the first casualty going down to bot mode. That could be a big play, but we see Wanko really up high. Giant bomb, probably just going to end up dying for it to Yomps. So this is going all right. Currently a 5-on-5. Random Garbuglio both going to go down, though. This isn't good for EVL. Really nice for Bird Noise. They're probably just going to push forward. I don't think that EVL are really going to contest this anymore.
I really like what Bird Noise has done to change up their mid. They're having Wanko come around once players are committed and try to kill the scout that guards the crates. And if not for the sacrifice of Rando there turning the rest of Bird Noises around, we would have a Bird Noises pushed to last right now.
But instead of that, we might have a bit of a stalemate. Although, as I say that, Course is running into the stickies of Badonsky. He goes down. I wonder what class he's going to come up. We'll see if EVL want to capitalize off that at all. It looks like they will. They're going to pop their Uber Charge off straight into the enemy's combo. Rando's going to be the only casualty going down so far, though, and it looks like Dingod's gotten a little bit disconnected. Garbuglio also going to fall, and with 2 down on the side of EVL, this isn't looking too good for them at all. Looks like Wanko's going to fall to a sticky trap from the Badonsky, but still, I think we're probably going to see Bird Noises push in. They lose bot mode, so now it's a 4-on-4. I really think Bird Noises probably could have done that, but they really messed up their push now. Eric falls as well. They're going to have to back off with only Corsa Saga and Cookie Jake alive.
Yeah, EVL has done this twice with the really rapid pushouts with Uber versus Uber fights on second. And that is a tremendously risky proposition, but I think just because it's so unexpected, Bird Noises doesn't respond properly, and they end up getting kind of ahead of themselves and dying in doorways in lobby.
I think part of that might even be like they see Corsa sack in and they're like, all right, well, if we don't push right now, he's going to come up on Sniper, and we don't want that, so we're just going to push and hope for the best. Might be a little bit of their thought process.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with the 9K Sniper again.
No, but we'll see now. Probably going to wait for some sort of a sack in. It could be Corsa, but you never know. It could be a soldier bombing in as well. Teams really just looking for openings at this point. A lot of action kind of happening in IT, but it's mostly just spam back and forth. There's going to be Wanko actually jumping in, looking for something here. Actually does get the beautiful frag on a Dingot. How did he drop that one, Marxist?
Well, frankly, he was that was god-awful positioning from Dingo there, and he deserved to die for what he did, and he did. So, you can't be standing there as medic. There's nowhere to go. Wanko actually did the right thing, too, because Dingo tried to surf that rocket, but Wanko missed slightly. So it ended up just Dingo kind of pops about 3 inches off the ground and then is killed.
And now they're going to be pushing in full Uber Charge advantage. If EVL can get this forced out of Cookie Jake, that'd be really big. Garbuglio went for it, and actually, Cookie Jake did pop that Uber Charge off. I'm not sure if that was necessary. Garbuglio died really early into that bomb, and this is going to be a pretty big ad, although they pick up Rando. That could actually be really important if they're running into last, but Cookie Jake's already taking a lot of damage as they're pushing in. They're not going to stop. They lose bot mode. This could be the poor decision, but they pick up Yomp, so this could be all right. Eric gets that frag. Sagai and Dingo both going to end up falling. They could even back out here, and they would have ad, but it's only Dubonsky and Slem. This last person alive. He's got to take on a 1v4. I don't know if he can do it. Isn't going to be able to do it. That's going to be Bird Noises taking the first round of this half.
Yeah, a little stutter there from Bird Noises after a really excellent mid, but they managed to bring it back together and managed to bring this 3-2. So they've regained their lead, bringing that momentum.
That's really nice to see. I was worried they would just get rolled 5-2 after that, but they have proven me wrong. So 3-2 now. They're up into the second mid-fight of the half. They're going to be looking to exchange frags. Big bomb in from Garbuglio. He's really high up in the air. Just going to end up dying to Eric. Bot mode as well. Going to end up falling, though, and Corsa going down. We see Eric very low. Going to pick up an arrow, though. Wanko both going to fall. Rando going down. It's only 2v4 now, as I think this is probably going to be all of Bird Noises running back to last. Medic stayed alive, though, so it's going to be even Ubers.
Yeah, as tremendously silly as Garbuglio's not very great jump looked, it did exactly what it was supposed to, because basically every single Bird Noises player looked at Garbuglio and took shots at him while he was 8 million feet in the air not doing any damage. And that allowed EVL to just walk right into them and kill them all. So excellent good play from Garbuglio there. Got everyone to stare at him and take shots at him. So doing that roamer job perfectly there on that mid. That was basically all that they needed to do. He distracted them. It was the bright light of the Garbuglio bomb.
Now we do see the sniper, though, coming out of Corsa. Once again, Garbuglio's in. Dies to bot mode, though. Doesn't get much for his troubles. Wanko actually does get shot down by Yomps, though, so that's something. Still currently a 5-on-5. I don't expect that we'll see much movement unless Corsa can hit something, or Yomps just runs into rollout and dies to Saigai. That could happen as well, I suppose. 2 down on the side of EVL, but 5v4, I don't know if Bird Noises want to push out of this. If they can get their sniper some room, that could be something to work off of, but I don't know, they were looking like they're pretty hurt. They're just going to back off. Respawns have come in from all sides, and Yomps is up on Spy. Is he just checking stuff? I think he is.
Well, they're
No,
trying to get this shutter door open for Corsa to shoot somebody, but EVL wisely not really standing in a position to be shot. But it looks like we do have the Yomp Spy going in. Secret Agent Man on the case. Sneaking around.
Oh, he almost bumps Eric. I don't think he did, though. I think he's all right for now. He's going to be working his way in behind the enemy team. If he can get something, that'd be really, really big for him. Dropping the medic. Even a sniper pick would be really nice onto Corsa. He looks like he could be in position. Just going to wait for him to decloak. I don't know, though. He probably might just back off a little bit more. See what he does.
Well, they know there's a spy now, because Wanko was sitting in spawn forever cycling classes, and I'm pretty sure he 100% knows. They took shots directly at Yomps' invisible body and did not hit him. So he's lucked out a second time. But they 100% know the sniper, but Cookie Jake was turned around. Actually, we get a pause now. So Cookie Jake was turned around looking for spies, standing on the point, which would be, I would put that in my bad positioning 101, and then got shot and forced.
Yeah, I think a good bomb by Garbuglio. They were kind of expecting that Yomp spy, and they kind of got caught off guard by Garbuglio bombing in there. So this could be something for EVL to work off of with this push. They're going to have huge ad, but of course they are still stuck with Yomps in behind. I don't know. At this point, do you really want to spy in behind their team?
It gives you the ability to backcap. I mean, that could be the play, but it doesn't really matter that much because Cookie Jake's Uber is going to get smoked here, and everyone was shooting at him, so they're not moving up too fast except for Wanko, who only has 100 health and isn't really being healed. And yeah, and bot mode gets shut down as well, so there's not going to be anything doing here, and we'll just wait basically for Garbuglio to come back, who's taking a little bit of time actually. There he goes. He's coming up now. So they'll probably be pushing in straight away.
And the decloak did come out of Yomps, but he just got completely shut down by bot mode. And now it's currently a 5v6. Standing on the point, though, that's going to be EVL tying it back up at 3-3.
Yep, so we've had 2 medic mistakes, one for each team, costing teams rounds. But things like that happen sometimes. It's a high-pressure game, probably the most pressure either of these teams have really been under so far this season. So here we go with another mid.
And we do see a charge shot initially coming out of Wanko. I don't think it hit anything, though, so he's going to have to reload all those rockets. It's going to be Garbuglio jumping in, getting shot down by Eric. Really nothing from that bomb, but bot mode's getting fairly low. Cookie Jake actually goes down to Rando. That could be a really big pick. The medic going down, but we'll see how the rest of this mid ends up turning down. Here comes the scout. Eric just going to die, though, to Yomps. This isn't looking too great for Bird Noises at all. It's currently a 4-on-4, but there goes another one from Corsa. This is looking very good for EVL. Now they just need to get something, but Badonski goes down to an ice bomb in from Wanko, so this could be all right, but no, that's everybody going down. 4 up still on the side of EVL.
They have got to stop sending 4 or 5 players at Garbuglio's very high non-damaging jump. It cost them another mid, Garbuglio bombs in, 3 players are shooting at him from the ground, and he gets counter jumped. Oh, Yomps is gonna get wiped out to start. The Girardi is thrown as well, but no go.
Course is just so good, man. Just walked out of that shutter, instantly clicked on his head. And looks like that's where the pause was there, so I'm not too sure what the cause of that was, but it doesn't look like there's been any interruption of the game, so that's good. Now they're going to see Corsa's taking a lot of pressure. It actually dies to some good spam from Rando, and Wanko also going to end up falling, so 2 down on the side of the bird noises. This could be really, really big if they want to push in with this. Still not even Uber from Cookie Jake. He's at 75, so if EVL want to push in with this, they're just capping up that second point now, so this is going to be the Uber charge popped in, I would assume. They're walking it in, still haven't popped this, saving it. Garbuglio ends up getting dropped as they're standing on the point, though. Nobody's really here to contest it. Finally, Eric stands on the point. They're going to get a lot of frags. Still, the Uber charge just going to be fading off with Dingo. Now we see another soldier, Rando, still in looking for something, but it's a 4-on-2. They did pick up the medic, and that Cookie Jake ended up dying before he could get that Uber charge, and Guy is trying to pick up this medic frag. Dingo's not going to be able to survive here, I don't think. They can't let him live. If he... Okay, finally does go down to Corsa. That's a successful hold.
Yeah, they losing Garbuglio so early at the start of that push really hurt them because their flank never really came in at that point, so it was easy to sort of bottle them up. They're pushing in anyways. Garbuglio and Slemnish not going to accomplish anything besides killing Guy, and they're going to blow the whole team on that, basically. Dingo all the way back, running away, because he doesn't have a team anymore.
Wow, that did not work out for them at all. They're going to lose mid for it, bird noises. They're going to have huge ad as well in terms of players for a little bit, but more importantly, Uber charges. They're going to be able to use that to push out onto second. I don't really think EVL are going to want to contest it. They don't have too many players here. So you'll see how fast they can go, but they don't have Uber charge. They're probably just going to give up the second. If they can get the force out of Cookie Jake, that would be really, really big. Or even a drop, I mean, that'd be bigger, but I don't know if that's really in the cards. They have a lot of player on top of this mini Spire looking to do something, and they actually do get Cookie Jake to pop that Uber charge off. We'll see if they can get anything with this. They pick up Rando. Dingo as well going down to a beautiful shot by bot mode. That's exactly what they needed. Corsa going to fall on the other side, but still they're going to be able to pop that Uber charge off and keep their advantage. Slemnish going down as well. They might just push in with this 5v3. It's definitely a possibility, but still 2 seconds on 2 of their players respawns. It'd be a 5v5 as soon as this push starts. Here they come. Looks like they're going to do it anyways. I'm afraid that this might be a rushed push, but we'll see if they can prove me wrong. But Donski's going to fall early. That's definitely good for them, but Garbuglio's in, and he picks up one onto bot mode, trading it for himself. But Saigai and Wanko both going to fall on that push. That was a little bit too rushed, I think.
Well, it still turns out okay because they got Cookie Jake out of there. So they're going to try to maybe retake second here. They should fight this so they don't have to waste the Uber. But it looks like they're just going to let it go. Maybe they're too scared. Far too many players out there, I guess, for them to want to try and time scam. And now they're going to end up having to go for the Uber. It looks like bot mode wants to go IT.
They're going to be taking it up here. They find one player in Garbuglio. He's not going to be able to match that Scout Soldier Medic combo as now they're pushing forward. They did pop that Uber charge off, so this could be alright for EVL as long as they don't lose too many players in this. I think that's going to be what's happening. Dingo's just going to be getting his Uber charge now, and they're looking to push right back out onto second. They probably will, but Wanko's been jumping behind. If he can actually get the back cap, Eric picks down Slemnish, and he's standing on the point. Slemnish is there as well, only Badonsky, but now here comes the Soldier from Garbuglio. They're still putting on last. Eric's got so low health. Beautiful shot by Garbuglio to take down that Scout who's looking for the back cap, but still a lot of carnage is going down. They might have been able to hold on to second because of that. Yomps is standing on it. I don't know if they really want to take this fight. They still probably could. Bot mode looks like he wants to peek it. He is going to jump it now. Still really not sure who's going to be able to take the second point. Saigai is kind of pushing forward here. Here comes the bomb in from Rando. Not going to be able to get anything. Cookie Jake got very low, but managed to stick with his life. It's going to be point going over to the red team, but it's going to go right back in favor of bird noises as Rando's dead. EVL's back to holding their last, and they've got a big Uber disadvantage.
Yeah, that's one of the big things that separates EVL from other teams. A lot of teams would have capped that second and then tried to do anything with it, but not having Rando, they knew it was kind of a hopeless exercise. Let it go so they didn't end up losing their last in a Pyrrhic victory. But it looks like they're going to go in a little bit here. Bot mode's very low. Going to have like no health at the end of this Uber. Is he going to escape? No. Instantly hunted down by Yomps. Yomps on the warpath. Going to take out Corsa as well. Continuing to go and going to get another kill onto Eric. Oh, and humiliated by Cookie Jake's Uber saw.
Go Cookie Jake. Gets that frag. Finally shutting down the powerful Scout of Yomps. Either way, though, they are going to lose that second point. I don't know if the respawns are going to come in. Maybe Bird Noises can hold on to this mid. I think they probably can. They do have 4 players here. EVL don't really want to get into position to push, so it's going to be a little bit of a slowdown. Cookie Jake has slight ad because they popped their Uber charge a bit earlier, but I don't know if they're going to really want to use that to push into second.
Yeah, I would wager we're not going to see a whole lot of pushing here, especially with the tie game. It's going to get pretty tight here. I wager we will see a very classic bomb or some sort of shenanigan play. But actually, it looks like they're going to go into sewer, do the old slow push here, or maybe try to get bot mode a different bomb angle here, or a distraction play of some kind.
Could also just be sacking Corsa in. I don't know. They do have both their players, and Cookie Jake really doesn't look like he wants to die. As he's still staying in that sewer area, just getting back off to mid, as Wanko did go in and die himself, so that could be a pick. EVL, we'll see how they want to respond to that. So they do have the 1-player advantage now for 8 more seconds. They're going to walk Rando in. They're just going to pop that Uber charge off. Cookie Jake's is going to be a little bit better, as we did just see bot mode jump in behind into sewers. So if he can get something, that would be really, really big. He's still in on the combo, and actually bot mode just gets taken down by Slemnish, so not great by him, but we still see an exchange going down. Badowski ends up falling in a big bomb in from Garbuglio. Is just going to jump out of there. Corsa ends up falling as well as Eric, so no scouts on the side of Bird Noises. I think it's only 3 alive for them, so they're probably just going to have to get out. Wanko might not even be able to do that. Takes down Rando for his troubles, and I think we have another pause.
Yeah, internet troubles are probably on the horizon. Let's see. I don't see anybody with yucky ping, so who knows? But yeah, cool little series of exchanges there to try to get things done. And the big kill there was Badonsky dying when no one else really did on EVL. Gave Bird Noises a really good shot, but unfortunately the Uber just didn't go down the way they had hoped. Bot mode ended up going deep and ended up showing himself just as EVL was all turned around. So he just got really unlucky.
And Slemnish is going to end up falling right as this pause kind of comes undone. Dingo might be caught in. He's getting a little bit low. Garbuglio as well. Just probably going to be able to get out, though. He's going to be fine. Jumping away midpoint, getting capped back and forth. It's going to be going in favor of Bird Noises for now. Both players are going to have 100% Uber charge on their medics. Slemnish is the only player down, but with 1 second on that respawn, he'll be back up in no time. I think there's going to be a little bit of slowdownness. Garbuglio could be looking for something. He sees that most of the combo of Bird Noises are here in IT, so maybe they could do something with that. Might want to push in with this. They don't really have a ton of players with them. They could just be trying to work in Corsa or bot mode, kind of like what they were doing earlier, except now they've switched positions with Wanko. Rando's still taking a lot of damage. It's going to be bot mode who walks in and just gets shot down by Yomps, and now they're all run back, and they're going to see the EVL combo maybe pushing in through IT. We'll see if they want to do it. I think they do. I think they want to take this exchange, and Cookie Jake would be a little bit caught out here. They are going to find Wanko, but Wanko's going to get that Uber charge popped off onto him, so now we're going to see if either of these players, Yomps is a little bit caught out. I can't imagine he lives, does end up dying there. There's currently a 5-on-6. We'll see if they can do anything with this. Corsa goes down, equalizing the numbers now, but Wanko also going to fall, so this isn't going too great for Bird Noises. EVL might actually turn this into something that they can work with. They are up by 1, and they're just going to force most of Bird Noises out of mid.
Yeah, they're down a player there. Bot mode is jumping. So that's one of the big things. There was a big discussion about process back when the map first came out, was wouldn't it be better to suicide scouts maybe? Because the soldier has to rocket jump back to mid. So if you counter push there, the respawner that's going to come up to fight you is going to have like 100 health and no crit seals. So it gives you a little bit larger window than you're used to. Rando gonna style on Wanko using that shotgun against his gunboat-swearing counterpart.
Well, but this Uber charge was just popped off from Cookie Jake. I think they wanted to pick down Dingo before he had his, but they couldn't quite do it. Now they're going to be charging forward into them. They're going to take down bot mode without even having to pop this off. If EVL don't have to pop this, would be really good, but I think they're probably going to be able to take second off of them either way. Bird Noises could be looking like a little bit of trouble. They do have pretty big Uber disadvantage. I would expect to see the push coming out of EVL. They're taking their time, but here it comes now. The bomb almost came out. He was thinking about it, Wanko. Decided not to go for it. They're still trying to push their way forward. Bot mode's going to be coming up off that respawn, so they're sort of losing this number advantage. Rando's still sort of in behind. We'll see what happens here. Garbuglio's going to be jumping forward. Finally finds a frag onto Wanko. They really didn't even have to use for that, so this is really good. They're going to have a big Uber ad as they want to push into last.
Yeah, Corsa actually trying to fight down here in the bottom, but doesn't get anything. Gonna push in while Wanko is dead, it looks like. And they've got a little bit of Uber advantage left, but it looks like they've delayed enough. Cookie Jake is gonna get this Uber.
And still both gonna get popped off. Garbuglio, the only frag so far in this exchange. Rando's still in behind. He's got to be able to go fall down. Finally does. Actually trades with Wanko, so that's all right for him. But 3 down on the side of EVL. They're not going to be capping this last point anytime soon, as we do see Bird Noises now going to be pushing forward. Try to force most of EVL out of second. They definitely will be able to. None of them really look like they want to contest this mini Spire.
Yep, no hopes there. EVL tried to push it and hoped to get in there before Cookie Jake could get Uber, but they took far too long pushing second for that to be the case. And now we are in here all the way. Garbuglio bombing in deep, trying to get on that med's gonna get that med pick. So that is really gonna hurt Bird Noises for the time being.
Wow, they lose Saigai and Wanko as well. This can't be happening to them. They're down 3. EVL sent both their soldiers in, and they managed to get quite a lot done with them. Eric actually still in awe. He almost won that 1v1 against Slemnish, but Slemnish is going to be able to come out on top for now. So now huge Uber advantage for Dingo. Cookie and player ad as well for about 12 more seconds. I don't know if Eric, if they go fast, Eric won't even be in this fight. This is looking very promising for EVL. If they just want to push in with this Uber charge, I expect them to. They're just going to be getting all their players ready, buffed up. They can pretty much take their time with this, but Corsa's on Sniper and Eric is on Heavy. That's what you're going to be wanting to look out for. Sniper specifically, Corsa, if he can hit a God headshot here, that's really what they need. This is going to be really tough to defend otherwise, though. They're going to be popping in now, focusing the Heavy. Slemnish going to get down by that Corsa Sniper. As I was saying, that's not quite going to be enough just yet, though. Cookie Jake going to go down very early to Rando. We're going to see what else they can do. Yomp's going to fall, but standing on the point now, Garbuglio, he's going to be taken down. Rando in that upper area. He's going to be able to shoot down from Eric from below. Now Dingo's just jumping around trying to avoid something. He's found the Heavy with the Uber Saw. Going to end up dying for it anyways, though. And we see Badonsky and Slemnish are the only players alive. Slemnish coming up off that respawn. Another failed push by EVL.
Yeah, EVL let that turn into a really scrappy fight, and that always benefits the defender because they typically have more health. So EVL just split up too much, went for a little too many big plays there. But now they're getting it. The Bird Noises push out was a little slow and disorganized. EVL just comes storming back in, and here they are on this last.
Yeah, Scout standing on the point does get 1 pipe. Beautiful job by Saigai, but he can't do 5 more. Staying on the point now, all of EVL, they're going to bring it to match point 4-3.
And there was very nearly a back cap there as well, so that's where the extra player was.
Alright, now we do see 9 minutes left in this half, so plenty of time for either of these teams to score around. We see 1 more needed for EVL to win this game, 2 from Bird Noises. So they're going to want to take this mid pretty cautiously, I would hope, and not lose this in 2 quick seconds. We'll see, though. Wanko's going to be trying to get a little bit aggressive. Nobody really going to all that get aggressive. Corsa's going to be the first one to fall. Bot mode way up in the air. Going to fall as well. This isn't going well at all for Bird Noises. Now they have to get out. There are only 3 alive. As long as they keep Cookie Jake alive, they shouldn't be poised to just get completely rolled back into last. But Cookie Jake's been separated from his team. Does find a scout, but they're still sitting on last. They are not pushing out on a second anytime soon.
Yeah, but at least they got that Uber for last, so not all is lost. We'll see if they're going to try and get things done. Garbuglio's going to jump straight into Wanko and die. Corsa's actually going to die on the side to a Badonsky pipe. And we'll see if they decide to move at all off of that. Because we are somewhat limited for time. Cookie Jake's getting really hurt. Badonsky's going to die. Cookie Jake's going to force with like 15 health, maybe somewhere in like the 19 range. So now they have no choice. They've got to do something. This is the ultimate sad zone.
Oh, Bird Noises, they've pushed out onto this mini Spire, but here comes the pop out of EVL. Bot mode actually trades with Garbuglio way back in IT, but Wanko and Eric both going to fall to this Uber charge as they're running forward. This isn't looking too good at all. It's only Saigai and Cookie Jake standing on the point all alone. Saigai's way over on second. That's going to be the game. EVL Gaming's going to win this one 5-3.
Yeah, not a bad showing for Bird Noises, but their inability to win mids really, really hurt them throughout this game.
Yeah, really, Corsa Sniper can't carry you all that far. It can get you it can get you quite a few rounds, but it can't really win you a game when you're up against a team like EVL. I will say though, last time they faced EVL, it was 5-2. This time, 3-2. So a little bit better for them. Maybe next time it'll be 5-4. 5-3 even was last time. But you want to look at these stats here just before we check out Marxists. I think they are going to be right around here. So looking at DPM to start off with, nobody actually over 300 at the end of this game. I think the highest was 260 from Corsa. Was the highest in the server? No, 285 from Badonsky. Okay, that makes more sense. Actually did manage to get more damage than Rando at the end of that, so
He got 5 more
right.
DPMs,
Yeah.
precious DPMs.
He did it.
When your fragger of the match was Slemnish, the former Circle player, managed to get 45, barely edging out Corso, who ended up with 44. Pretty good KD over there for Corso, 44 and 27. His scout partner and Eric actually going fairly close at 40 and 24, or 40 and 26. So one less death, 4 less frags for Eric there, but really good scout performance statistically from Bird Noises there.
Yeah, that was all right from them. I think Corsa really probably, in my opinion, the star player on the side of Bird Noises, almost managed to bring it back for his team, but couldn't quite hit enough headshots. Kind of fell off as the game continued to progress. Really wasn't hitting all that he needs to be, probably because he wasn't on Sniper nearly as much as in the second half of the game. Probably would be the main reason he wasn't hitting those headshots, but I don't know. I feel like he could have gone a little bit more. After that second round, though, Marxist, do you think Dingod was a problem being on this team instead
No,
of
it went
Nursey?
pretty okay. The only thing that really killed him was Dingo. Dingo felt the need to wander around on some of the second holds, and it was no bueno. You don't want to. You can't have your medic doing that, or bad things will happen, like when Wanko obliterated him on the ground over by the bottom of IT. So, but on the whole, Dingo's a competent player. He'll only get better. So for his 1 month of EVL service, unless they decide they love him so much they're just going to keep him.
Yeah, you never know. Wasn't Nursey also like taking a break from TF2? I thought. Then
Well,
she
I
wasn't.
think that was elaborate cover for the account sharing.
Okay. Sneaky plays going on in Invite TF2. Gotta be on top of things. But yeah, unless you have anything else to say, Marxist, I think that's pretty much it for us.
Nope, I feel perfectly happy. So this was the first ever edition of the Cornpop and Marxist cast as well.
That's true. I thought it went alright. I thought it went pretty good, Marxist. I'd like to cast with you again. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed.
But for now, my name has been Cornpop16. Of course, this has been Marxist with me. Sam has been on camera, and we'll see you next time.